What up, peeps? It's your girl, Dosh, coming back to Real Takes. Well, it's that time, you guys. It's reaction time, and this is to The Night Agent. This will be for episode 8, titled Redux. Now, the last episode was so good. There was a lot going on, and just taking in all the different stuff, more reveals, things of that nature. First off, of course, you see what happened with Peter and Rose. They finally got caught, and it's just like, what can happen now? And that's what I'm more concerned about, because there's a couple people who are really trying to get to him before something pops off. One of them being Ellen, now that Adele's dead. We see Gordon's like, okay, he was trying to so-called help her out because, now that the situation happened, like, really, that girl is a loose cannon. The man that she loves is dead. All the hints of helping Gordon and the VP cover up their little dirty deeds. Also, another person who's a part of it, of course, now that we know Diane is and all that, she's trying to use the Secret Service as they've been pulled in to find Peter and Rose, and she's pretty much lying now. Granted, the president, being closer to her, she's like, you know what, I know you want to do this and all that, but I don't know if your, mind is clear and focused on the main agenda of administration. So now it's almost like, I want you to take a step back and do this, but it's like she's so far in, so deep. I don't think she'll be able to do that, because once it comes out, they're going to be able to know, the information from Peter, if he's able to get it to the president about Diane's, part in this. But mind you, she brought in because of what the VP did. But you see what happened at the beginning of the episode. His daughter, Maddie, lost her sister and all that. He blames her. She is a child. You're the adult. I was just like, how are you going to blame her when you should have been watching your kids? And then the fact that she would try to record him pretty much, confiding in the doctor she was seeing. But of course, Diane, they thwarted that, so that's why they were able to get the video, because that would have blew up the whole administration of that part coming out. And then seeing how they had the stuffed animal, she must have put it in, and they have copies. So he's like, I thought we were in this together. He's like, yeah, we are, whether or not, we just need to make sure we cover ourselves. It's like, sweetie, you can use that to cover yourself with that, but you still play a part in the cover-ups of those murders. It's like, as if she's absolved, because you're not absolved. You're deep in it with the VP and that guy Gordon. Then we have Mateo with Maddie, and she's trying to say, I'll help you. I don't care for my father. But unbeknownst to her, the guy that was killed at that house, her actual doctor, his wife and all that, and the baby, we already know where that came from because of Ellen and Dale. Just a whole bunch going on there, plus certain deaths from people involved with what happened with, the Metro bombing, knowing the guy, is holding the girl and he's wanting the VP to pay, admit what you did. Just so much going on. I'm just like, how do you keep up? Because it just keeps taking it up a notch each episode. But like I always say, I'm always here for it. So you know what? With that said, let's go ahead and jump into it. I'll say there were some thoughts at the you guys.
What the hell are you doing here? Kendra kicked me out. No, you can't be here. I just need to crash for a few days. She'll cool off. And you gotta leave, okay? It's not a good time. I'll pay for a hotel or something, but you can't be here.
Yeah. What the fuck went wrong?
Someone stopped the train after I dropped the package, okay? It didn't go off where it was supposed to.
Did anyone see you?
No.
Just lay low for a while we figure this all out.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
I'll be in touch.
Damn. Okay.
We don't have her, okay? Vice President Redfield and Diane Farr are framing Peter.
Same Diane Farr you were running an investigation for 2 days ago? You two have a falling out?
Yeah, actually.
All right now. Come on.
This about the VP's daughter? Yeah. We thought we had a lead on something, but it turned out to be a dead end.
Sorry to put you guys out.
Oh, all good. Hey, you're the guy, right? I doing long ways too. Yeah. Awesome. Thanks.
So you believe these two? Even a little?
Hell no. But if it gets us closer to finding Maddie, I say we hear them out. If either of us starts feeling like they're on the other side of this, we haul their asses in.
All right.
You've seen Worley before, haven't you? Who is he to you?
Mm-hmm. This is a sketch of her art professor's boyfriend.
No, that's impossible. Okay, Willie's dead. He OD'd a year ago. There's a birth certificate in there, right? Look at that.
He's a twin.
We're looking for the same guy.
We should be helping each other. We should be working together.
Bombing and covered it up. Name names and take responsibility. If you don't, they'll kill me in 2 hours. Please, Dad. Tell the truth to save me.
You saw what I did to Paolo. I will do the same to you if you don't shut your fucking mouth.
Oh, wow. He's some crap.
You and me are not on the same side.
Please, Dad. Tell the truth to save me. Christ, she looks terrified.
You should get in there.
You heard him. Talking about caving to this guy. If he sees this new one, he'll be on TV crying his eyes out, confessing to everything, and then you and I will be finished.
Then what's the recommendation? I'm doing the press conference.
No, we already debated and rejected that idea. You're not thinking clearly, understandably.
I have someone locating her, okay? They have a lead, they're motivated to close this quickly. If we can stall the kidnapper, you know who this is, don't you? You fucking know who has my daughter.
But it'll have to be assessed in the moment.
She gets hurt, it's on you. I'm prepared to live with that.
I bet you are.
Are you?
This isn't just about us. This is for the country. We need to know that you'll hold it together no matter what. Your employee.
She's checking Worley's old addresses and places of work. Don't worry, she'll take care of him.
You got a warrant? Because this sounds kind of unconstitutional. We think the guy who rents this P.O. box abducted a young woman under our protection. Shit, this is about the Redfield girl, isn't it? We send these out when someone's late on their rent. This customer must be renting a storage unit from us.
Can you figure out which one?
We in the lobby, I'll need a minute.
Hey, I owe you my life.
Damn right you do.
Likewise.
What's this?
Maddie's art professor, Paolo.
Shit, there's a whole dossier on him.
Not just him. There's a printout of Maddie's class schedule, whole files on all her professors.
R142. Record another video. Send it directly to my dad's phone number. Let me use my own words this time, and I'll get him to publicly confess.
If you assassinate Zadar, half his country takes to the streets, right? But if you take him out along with 2 city blocks and a metro car...
He would have just been another casualty. It's Maddie.
Dad, it's me. I know this is hard, but you and I have been forced to train for difficult moments.
Who sent this?
Someone anonymous, only to me. Maddie must have given them my number. We should look at what she's saying when she taps the necklace.
For me, send a video to the world right now, please.
Train, letter R, numbers 142. There are people you can't trust in the White House. I don't know how many of them there are, but I know Farr and Redfield are at the top. If you send this to the wrong person, they'll realize that Maddie knows about the metro bombing.
Miss Farr, Otis said for you to skip this one.
I'm the chief of staff. Why would I skip it?
She wants you to focus on your meeting with Representative Watkins. We need his vote for the stimulus bill.
Tell her I need 5 minutes once she's done.
Will do.
I guess I'll be the one filling you in.
Zadar's still our best hope to shore up democracy in the region. Certainly better than the autocrat that's there now.
Zadar is a goddamn terrorist!
Crazy, sitting around at home, waiting.
You get that?
I meant what I said, Madam President. Zadar is a destabilizing force.
Between you and me, I'm thinking of a personnel change in the West Wing.
Is that right?
Two machines. Optical, electric, and CMV manufacturing.
Yeah, all 3 of these companies have warehouses within a mile of the DC container depot.
That's right, girl. Get out of there.
Remember me? From Metro? I need you to give it back so I can clear my name.
They're gonna shoot him and kill him. God dang it, man. Oh my gosh! Really? Man?
To the yard.
You can't stay here.
Badger is hit! Badger is hit! Send backup immediately! It's too crowded.
Oh my gosh! I know that's right! Thank you! Yes!
You gonna be okay?
Oh my god. Alright, you guys. This episode, so much happening, but tying things together, I'm telling you, okay. More and more truly is revealed when it comes to Mateo. Now, mind you, on the previous episode, when they were pulling up some documents on a gentleman who his name is Colin Worley, not thinking anything of it at first, thinking, okay, something happened to him. All of a sudden, he was not able to come in. They had this particular person who was a witness and all that, and all of a sudden, some sort of death prior to them figuring out exactly who was involved or if they could be of any help. This person was killed. Now, mind you, not putting two and two together, but come to find out when you see the night of the bomb, you see Peter running after him and all that. He eventually gets away after he's hit by that car, and it shows him showing up. It's his brother. They're twins, and the brother's actually Mateo, and he is Colin. So in the instance, him, of course, going to another room, speaking to Gordon, trying to figure out what happened. It's not another, maybe we can, clean up, don't worry, I got my people on and all that. Unbeknownst to him, that they were going to be cleaning up him, per se, to kind of cover all their tracks and all that, but not realizing he actually had a twin. So he switched out his ID with his brother. Because you can see, I thought he was going to say, I'm sorry. And it's like, I'm sitting there shaking my head during the reaction like, wow. Like, even though you didn't want to do this, they set you up, make it look like you drug whatever and all this, blah, blah, blah. Not realizing that, again, still didn't get the right guy because Peter saw when he got in a scuffle his tattoo. So in the end, you could still kind of put two and two together. But I will say, I like, and even though at first I was kind of not feeling the aggressiveness of both Chelsea and Eric in regards to dealing with, Peter and Rose, but understanding, still have to do a job, but they're going to hear out what information they have, let's be on the same side and try to figure out with Maddie. He would never do anything to Maddie. It's truly not in his, anything in regards to his overall moral character to do that. So something's not pulling up, but it's like something's tying them together with what he's trying to do to expose what's going on with the VP and Gordon, and also what's happening with this Paulo Mateo and all that being sent around it. And we all know now, definitely it was, of course, Colin Worley is actually the one who has Maddie, and he has her locked up. Now, I will say this, at first I was wondering what was happening with Maddie, with her hitting up against the wall, having that opening. I thought she was going to keep ripping it, but eventually, she would get caught. When you see her seeing this particular number, now in the instance of that, she wanted to use that to her advantage, but we're dealing with her father getting a video previously, please, admit what you did, your part in, the Metro bombing, this and that and the other. And of course, Diane and Gordon wanted him not to do this because, of course, if he has his way and they see this new video, he will go ahead and just do it and just deal with the ramifications. But they were like, no, I want you to do that. Only reason they don't want him to do that is because they'll put them in involvement as well. It's nothing to do with them. They want him to take the full fall if they could. Gordon, please. I'm not here for him. Diane, definitely not here for her now, especially what's going on with Rose and Peter. But in the end, they would rather just be the VP, but they know it's not going to work that way. Too many tie-ins in regards to where all three of them are going to be a part of this. Mind you, Diane should be worried about her friendship and a little bit of the strain, because there's a meeting coming up where they're going to be discussing some sort of allyship with Zadar through Balcons, and looks like she didn't want her in the meeting, but the VP gets to go in there. She was like, I want you to handle something else. So let you know that things will turn around, and the president really did move some stuff around hours prior and all that, unbeknownst to her. Yeah, she's kind of keeping her out of the fold. She wants her to concentrate on this because she feels she's too close to what's going on with whatever's happening with Maddie and things of that nature. Little does she know. Now, we'll say with Ellen, she wanting to, get the, 4-1 and all this, and this is, and of course, Gordon lets her, know that, this whole situation with them, I'll let you know the details and whatever, because now the VP did know, and it was revealed that Diane and Gordon knows who has Maddie. He's kind of stuck in a deep end, kind of having a freak out moment, all that, but and then being once he leaves, you see the moment where Diane's like have her deal with the situation with getting towards Mateo, but and then deal with the other casualties. So I don't know if they were talking about dealing with Maddie as well, but definitely dealing with Mateo / Colin, just to say his real name, Colin. But it looks like Colin didn't cover his tracks so much. When they're going through the paperwork and they open up that storage place, you see all the stuff he was doing for all the things he was probably set up, definitely dealing with the stuff with the bomb, all that. He actually had a job working security and then working in places where they're dealing with shipping containers. Hence back to Maddie. When she opens up and rips in and sees this number, she was like, let me send another video, whatever. Now I can get my father, let's send it directly to his phone. That girl right there was very smart. Instead of her dad's phone, she sent it to Chelsea's phone, and she sends her somewhat of a message in code while she's talking, giving her just enough time to note the information she needs. And I'm like this. I love that in the instance of dealing with Secret Service, they taught her certain things if she was ever in a moment of distress. Being able to, sign something with your, hand gesturing where you can pick it up on words and numbers. And they were able to use that to go through Google, start pulling up some stuff that might help them realize where these numbers can fit in, maybe metro rails, maybe train, whatever. But then we find out about that. Hence also when Eric's character is with, Rose trying to find out another form of some information they can tie in so they can locate them, because once they put up this last video, he's only giving them 30 minutes, otherwise she's going to get killed. I will say she set herself up, so if he does, entered into the shipping container, you see they showed up, they figured out, but who's to say? You see Ellen, she showed up, she's set up, her little silencer or whatever, so she could be ready. And you see what ends up happening. I give it to Maddie, she fought and was able to run out, whatever, and eventually it leads up to them, going through the shipping containers, going around trying to see if they can locate her, but she ends up running out and is able to, see Chelsea catches her. I'll put it like that, but I did not like the way it ended where the guy gets killed. I'm like, oh my God, they killed him. He was the perfect person. I mean, granted, they have the information they need, and they do have Maddie now. I'm curious of what's going to happen in regards to Rose and Peter now that Eric and, Chelsea, know the real situation. I'm glad Chelsea is okay. I'm happy that Rose kind of put two and two together, like, okay, they're hearing a shooting and all that, and was able to figure out what's going on and help them. Bye, Ellen. Go be with your man in hell. just go be with them. I will say I'm so sad, and I'm praying that he was just knocked out being shot, and I'm talking about Eric, that when he got shot by Ellen, that he's just knocked out and he's not dead. I'm praying, because you could tell from Maddie's face, she's like, is he going to be okay? Because all of what they've gone through, her lying to Chelsea, going to meet Paulo, and then them coming to save her and all that, and that was just always want to keep Maddie safe, and then this happens, and this doing of what's happening right now is because of her doing what she did and getting caught by this guy who's using her to get to a bigger fish. So you see the look on Chelsea's face when she's standing over Eric, and then you see Peter, like, Rose, like, what she did. But I'm glad. I wasn't expecting Ellen to go out that quickly this instance, the next episode, and I thought she might try to run away, and then she'll try to find a way to get back. But hey, at least we're done with that. We still got some other people that we still have to deal with, which is Gordon and definitely Diane. Definitely, I'm not worried about VP. He's too scared. But them two right there, I don't know who else they're going to have in their back pocket to try to see if they can flush out and get to them. But it's going to be interesting. We have 2 more episodes to go. But again, this one was really, really good. I'm curious what's going to happen on the next one. But with that said, you guys, comment below. Let me know what you think. And with that said, I'll see you guys next reaction. You guys take care.